Hey, my fellow BANGBOOS enjoyers. Zenless zzzero is a brand new product by your favorite company, Hoyoverse, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. Let me be clear. I am not sponsored by them in any way. The story and art style is what's keeping me hooked so far, as well as other features that this game provides. I was the biggest Grace disbeliever, as I got her in only 10 pity on the Ellen Joe banner.
Come on. It would be funny. Oh, I got something! Wait! There's no way. There's actually no way. First 10 pull, might actually get something. Please. The Ellen. Aww. I got Grace. That kinda sucks.
I quickly changed my mind as I started playing her more and indulge in all that she has to offer. She is quite literally me, as I also love to set off nuclear charged electricity bombs. The art style of this game is what's keeping me hooked, I've noticed. This type of styling for the world that they have built is honestly impressive and amazing, as not only the areas look good, but they put a lot of work in the NPCs, which I don't see most Hoyo games do. Areas look also amazing, as in my opinion, the starting area is probably the best area in the game. It kind of gives me that Persona 5 feeling when I walk through the area. Even things like posters, the video cover from your video store, the video archive have so much work put into their art. It's basically surreal how the smallest things are worked on when it comes to the style. For enemy design, Ethereals have probably the best design out of all other enemies, since most human enemies are the average American military soldier that are so clueless that they don't know Tyrone next door is the actual father of their kid. For character design, I think both MCs look great. This time, I personally picked Weiss, as I think he looks cool. Bill also looks great, as people are already drawing art of her with the Fuda-cock. For the characters, however, some of them are either a hit or a miss for me personally. Grace, I think, is simple enough that she looks good. Her personality is literally being a crazy bitch, and that's what I need in my life, honestly. Ellen Joe also has a great design, with her shark tail having a cool tattoos. Nicole also having a great design, for reasons I cannot disclose, as I literally see everyone on Twitter gooning for her. Even Ben and Lycon have cool designs that I did not expect to enjoy. That's right, my furry gamers, even you are welcome to the Hoyoverse world. The story is also really good, as we try to figure out why is Billy packing major ass, and what are the secrets to those hips. I don't want to get into spoilers with this, since a lot of people have not progressed through it. The narrative and the way they present the story with comic panels makes it much livelier than just having a cutscene with characters moving their mouth. Not to say that there aren't any of them, the layer that the comic panels add is for sure what makes it better. Of course, there are actual 3D cutscenes with cool fight scenes and animations. The gameplay itself is pretty self-explanatory, as you only need one button at times to play the game. It does get repetitive at times, but since I'm level 28 now, some of the bosses later do actually require your brain sometimes to defeat them. For some people like me, this game feels a bit too easy at times, but I can see for some people being really difficult. Each character has the same layout pretty much. You have basic attacks, a dodge, an assist button which switches out your character or helps you perform parry attacks, special attacks, which are the same thing as skills, and chain attacks, which are ultimates. The gameplay feels for sure a mix of Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact 3rd, as in, you don't have combos to play around with, but you have to rely on creating follow-up attacks to primarily deal damage or gain buffs. You will mainly be staying on one single character for most of your DPS damage, depending on your team of course. Not all teams play the same, as some teams will rely on having other characters on field. So basically, sub DPSs. Now, I'm not gonna go through all the details on all of these skill enhancement, because each of these characters legitimately has so many different things going on in their kit. The game literally just came out, so we don't know much about what to prioritize on each character. I would suggest waiting a bit for guides and websites before making a rash decision on what to upgrade first. All characters also have an elemental attribute which do different things. Enemies will have a built-up meter for the attributes you're using. Once that meter builds up, these elemental attributes will perform various things. For example, Physical characters will cause assault and flinch. Ice characters will cause frostbite and shatter. Electric characters will cause shock. Now, I don't get paid enough to tell you what they all do, so again, I suggest either looking it up first or play the game for yourself. As for mission types, there are primarily two variants, as the story mode have both elements: combat and exploration. Combat mainly challenges that require you either to defeat enemies, defeat waves, defend a point, and much more. Exploration is more so of a puzzle variant format that requires you to navigate to a specific checkpoint as you are in your BANGBOOS state. Throughout the exploration, you can find chests, buffs, coins to help you get more buffs or chests. W-engineer your weapons in the game, as each one of them do different things with different stats, just like any other game. They all have pretty unique designs and animations that can only be seen through the menu. Some of them do make me wonder, is it worth shoving it in down there? Drive discs are your relics in this game, as you have to always keep gambling for the perfect stat. They work a bit differently from previous Hoyo games. Each character has 6 slots, and set effects consist of either 2 pieces or 4 pieces. As my experience from previous gacha games, do not farm for relics early on. Instead, try to focus on leveling up your characters and their skill enhancement first. With gambling being my favorite pastime, Hoyo thought gambling on banners wasn't enough for weapons and characters. BANGBOOS are basically an on-field pet. I don't know how else to describe them. Essentially, they do damage and give your teams buffs when you fight. They have a completely different currency for pulling as well. Not much can be said about these little guys other than people for some reason wanting to have sexual relationships with them. So, final thoughts for this game? Give it a shot. I wouldn't for sure say the combat is for everyone, as it can be repetitive at times. However, the story and art style for sure makes up for it for me personally. As I mentioned, the combat later on feels better as I have to use my brain more and can't just brain off press my mouse 1. But there are way more positives than negatives for sure. Like all Hoyo games, it is free. Free in parentheses, as you know the price to pay when playing a gacha game. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but I'll for sure keep playing it for now. Anyway, that's it for me. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can join my Discord. I'm pretty much always active there, with also other fellow gambling addicts who have similar issues like me. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day or evening.